Hello there, it's Dr. James Walsh, the leader of Arun District Council, just wanting to update people on Facebook on the achievements of the Liberal Democrat-led administration at Arun District Council over its first 18 months. An administration shared and supported by the Independent Group and by the Green Party on Arun District Council, and a change after 45 years of one-party rule by the Conservatives in Arun District. We've managed to achieve a 77% public satisfaction rating in the last year, up from 64% in the previous year. We're still within budget in this very difficult year with the COVID emergency, and we're delivering our promises, such as changing from a closed 8-person cabinet to an all-party and inclusive decision-making through committees next year. We're delivering £3.4 million of a major facelift to Littlehampton Town Centre after having to review and adapt the plans. We've just got approval of a £1.2 million grant from the Coast Capital Local Enterprise Partnership to completely revamp the Place Saint-Maur in Bognor Regis with children's fountains, lights, and generally to improve the gateway between the seafront and the High Street and London Road shopping areas. We've also passed the Cabinet last night an agreement to proceed with the renewal and updating of the sunken gardens, keeping the sunken gardens in Bognor Regis, a much-loved feature in that town. We've delivered, or are delivering, 90 new council houses for young families. Previously, there'd only been about 30 over the previous 8 years. So we've upped that delivery enormously because of the housing pressures for particularly young families within our district. With the County Council, we're using developer contributions, Section 106 money, to help build the Leominster bypass on the A284 and the A259 dual carriageway between around Angmering, Rustington and Littlehampton. And that will link with the Leominster bypass as well. We're extending also with the County Council fast fibre broadband to both Bognor Regis and Littlehampton, connecting to over 100 public buildings so that the rollout can proceed to businesses and domestic premises as quickly as we can. We've signed an agreement across the county to take our part, play our full part in putting in electric vehicle car charging points across the whole of the district in our public car parks and in many other places as well. And we're building climate change and sustainability into everything we do. The service that most people use every week, of course, is the superb refuse and recycling collection across the district, where we've got a 97% satisfaction rating from residents. We've also spent a lot of time challenging the government on their growing housing number targets, which are beginning to swamp our already crowded coastal strip. During the COVID pandemic, which has taken up an enormous amount of officer time and diverted activities from being able to go at high speed on other projects, we've managed to accommodate 50 plus street homeless and other homeless people with the help of Butlins, and all but 4 have been rehoused since. We've also, our officers at the council have delivered £30 million of business, retail, hospitality and leisure grants to businesses and others within the Arun district. Another £1.5 million of discretionary grants to local small businesses, and some £680,000 of council tax hardship relief. And all that, as I say, during the progress of the pandemic. Above all, I'm very grateful to all residents in the Arun district who've played their full part in trying to keep the whole of our community safe from COVID. Mercifully, we've had one of the lowest rates of COVID transmission within England, and certainly within the southeast of England. The numbers have gone up recently, and hence the reason why the government have imposed this 1 month further lockdown. But hopefully we'll be out of that soon, and I would ask people to respect all the rules, to keep safe, to wear masks in public places, not to have larger gatherings than those that are permitted, and generally to observe the regulations. That way we can get through this together. Of course, I'm as hopeful as anybody else that the vaccines that have been announced as having passed their first stage trials with 90-95% effectiveness will become available in growing numbers, obviously from the targeted care workers and health service workers as soon as possible, but roll out to the general population, which will enable us hopefully to return to a more normal activity level within the next year. Thank you for watching, and I hope you will take to heart what I've explained to you about how busy the Council has been and its positive successes in a time of really quite difficult national circumstances. Thank you for watching. Bye now.